Known as the Literary Lion, Peter Miller has been a literary and film manager for more than 30 years. He is president of PMA Literary and Film Management Inc. and Millennium Lion Inc. and has successfully managed more than 1,000 books worldwide, as well as dozens of motion picture and television properties. And Peter, great to see you again.
Mike, it's my pleasure. Thank you for asking me to be on the show.
In sunny California, how beautiful is this place?
It doesn't get any more beautiful than this. Here we are on the ocean.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't see a cloud in the sky. I'm happy to be here, Mike.
So what is Peter Miller doing with himself at the moment?
Well, at the moment, that's a loaded question. Do you have a couple of days?
Okay, if you just abbreviate it.
Well, I'm an intellectual property developer, Mike, and I run 3 companies. I run PMA Literary and Film Management, which is my literary management company that globally markets books. I run Millennium Lion Incorporated, which is my film production company, and I opened a publishing company with Lou Aronica, who I think you know, and this is our latest book, The Song of Renewal, and I've actually out here pitching it as a movie. Millennium Lion has its 17th movie in production right now, The Irishman, which I've been working on for 12 years. It's being directed by Jonathan Hensley, who is one of the highest paid screenwriters in Hollywood, and he fell in love with this project, so he's the writer-director. It's based on a true story about the Irish mob versus the Italian mob in Cleveland in 1976. It's in production in Detroit right now. It's a 7-week shooting schedule. We have an amazing cast. The protagonist, Danny Green, is played by Ray Stevenson, who's a British actor who most recently was in Punisher 2. He's in several movies that are going to open next year. We also have Val Kilmer in it, Christopher Walken, Vincent D'Onofrio, Paul Sorvino, Robert Davi.
Mike Ryan.
Mike Ryan. And it's a pedal.
Mike Ryan.
Mike
Ryan,
Ryan
that's right,
and Mike Ryan. Actually, Mike, I'm going to offer you a 3-picture deal with the studio after the shoot today. But I want to see what this looks like before we enter into negotiations.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
So my basic business is it's really simple. I'm the book to film guy. Another book that I manage under my PMA Literary and Film Management, I think you know Rhodey Hawk.
Beautiful lady, great writer.
Fabulous writer. She's a rock star when it comes to writing. I've been working with her for several years, and I'm very proud that her first novel, A Twisted Ladder, is going to be published by Tor, a division of Macmillan, which is owned by von Holtzbrink, a global publishing powerhouse. It'll be published in September. And Rhodey's quite prolific. This is a first book in a 2-book deal. And I've allied this property with a filmmaker out here, and we've been pitching it to studios. And what I've done in my past, which is basically having sold over 1,000 books, made 150 movie deals, that means nothing. My life is all about my future and the people that come into my future. I've been blessed with this extraordinary life that just keeps unfolding with great opportunities, with brilliant people. I travel extensively, and I'm always looking for that next great project.
Okay, you've been at the forefront of some wonderful, wonderful books and masterpieces now. What makes a good book?
What makes a great book is something that has a beginning, a middle, an end, a denouement, a climax. Something that's extremely original. Something that has a writer's voice in it, i.e. the difference between good writing and amateur writing is showing, not telling. And something that's larger than life. For me, at this stage of my life, I'm interested in transformational information, anything that's about being changed that we want to see in the world to help make it a better place.
And you're lucky, though, to be here, because you almost weren't here. And you've written something called Thank God I Fell Off a Chair Changing a Light Bulb by Peter Miller. Tell us about that's actually an amazing story that you.
Well, it is an amazing.
You may not have been here with me.
Well, I may have been here only with one leg.
That's right. But how would you put your best foot forward?
Well,
it's all right.
Well, I'm putting my best foot forward because I fell off a chair changing a light bulb, and wound up in the hospital for 15 days, and I had something called compartment syndrome because I take a blood thinner called Coumadin, And when this happened, in the evening, 11 o'clock at night, I woke up the next morning with a left calf the size of a watermelon, wound up in the emergency room, and the first doctor that saw me said, "Mr. Miller, I'm really glad you're here because you could lose your leg and we need to operate on you immediately," because my leg was dying. I didn't have any feeling in my toes, it was turning gray, and I bled all night long because I take Coumadin, a blood thinner. Well, ultimately, that tragic accident taught me some great lessons in life. And even though I have the scars of having a fasciotomy on my left leg and a skin graft, I have been forced to take better care of myself. I've taken a full account of my life and what's going to happen in the next 20 or so years, and what I can do to make my life better and enjoy it with the people that I'm close to, the people I like to work with, including you, Mike. I mean, we've known each other for a while. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I was asked to be in a movie called The Gift that's being written and directed by someone by the name of Damien Lichtenstein, who I want you to meet. I'm having a party at his house in celebration of our alliance. And someone who was there, a guy by the name of John Castanini, has created a series of books called Thank God I. And he asked me to write a story which will be in volume 3 of the Thank God I series, and I've wound up globally marketing the Thank God I series now, selling the series of books around the world, and also we're developing a television series.
You've done so much in your life. Imagine all those that have got something out of being associated with you in some way. They're all standing around Peter Miller, and we were to ask those people in one word to describe you. How would they describe you in one word?
One word would be a salesman. I'm a salesman, Mike.
And how would you describe yourself to those people?
In all due respects to my mother, who said some powerful things to me in my lifetime, which I never forgot. One of them was, "Son, there's a buyer for everything. And son, if you can sell it and make a profit, sell it, because you can sell something else tomorrow."
But one word.
Salesman.
Peter Miller, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mike.
Cheers.
From Broadway to Mudras, Mike's next guest is best-selling author Sabrina Mesko.